Hey girl, hey, welcome back to the Your Pretty Pennies YouTube channel. I'm Tara Jones-Williamson, financial and lifestyle success coach. Welcome back to my channel. Please excuse the clothes behind me. I am actually, after I film this video, I am going to do a thrift haul for you guys because I went shopping the last couple of weeks since Michigan has opened back up. Y'all already know how much I love thrift shopping and the thrill of the hunt and finding new or gently used pieces for the low so I can use my income to manifest the lifestyle I desire and don't have to spend all my money on looking good, because you know I like to look good and cute and fun and switch up my outfits and everything, which is going to be part of today's discussion. I wanted to pop on briefly and talk about the art of feminine mystery and how to maintain interest, a man's interest, other people's interest, co-workers' interest, anybody. These tips work for any and everyone. This is just human psychology. And so ladies, let's jump right into the art of feminine mystery. So the goal of being more mysterious and being more alluring and kind of reserved is to, number one, to protect your privacy. I feel like nowadays we as women feel like we got to share everything about ourselves. We got to be full disclosed, and it often bites us in the butt when we overshare and word vomit for, you know, when we're in conversation or stuff like that. So we definitely have to pull that back in to protect our privacy, but then it also keeps the attention of others. Again, whether it's a man, whether it's coworkers at your job, whether it's family members, friends, whatever else, you always want to remain interesting. That's what keeps people around longer. If people feel like they have you figured out, they feel like they've conquered you, especially when it comes to the men, the people of opposite sex. So you always want to keep people on their toes, always want to keep switching things up. And so let's get right into this video. The first thing that I want to talk about is to stop oversharing. I'm adjusting the lighting. There we go. Is to stop oversharing. And the way that you can kind of overcome this is to, number one, think before you speak. Every word that comes out of your mouth should be used towards your advantage. And so typically when women who are super feminine and super powerful and in their feminine essence, they are more strategic. They are very strategic. And so their words, just like their money or anything else, is used to create the lifestyle they desire, never to tear it down and never to mess up what they got going on, right? And so that's how you should be thinking. Everything that you do is intentional. Everything that you say is intentional. How you manage your money is intentional. And if you need help with managing your money with intentionality, head over to yourprettypennies.com or click the link in the description where you can take my online financial reset course. It's only $97. And so basically what that does is it helps you create the lifestyle you desire by managing your money with intention. And so for now in this video, we're talking about using your words to manifest the lifestyle you desire with intention. Stop oversharing. Think before you speak. And here's another thing that will help you: listen more than you speak. So whenever you're in conversation with anyone, if you feel like you're driving the conversation, you're talking too much, because the more you drive the conversation, the more likely it is that you're going to overshare. I'm not saying be so off-putting and be so reserved that you're not getting to know people. No, absolutely not. That's not what I'm saying. However, most humans, including men, and especially men, if you're watching because of my feminine dating series, they love to talk about themselves. Most humans do. I like to talk about myself. When I'm talking to my daughter, she likes to talk about herself. My husband likes to talk about himself. My mom likes to talk about herself. But what I do is I do a 75-25, where in a conversation, I let the other person talk 75% of the time. They can overshare. They can do whatever they need to do, because then that gives me more information, whether it's education, whether it's insight, whether or not I want to be with them, whatever the case is, and then I speak 25%, and that blocks me from oversharing. All right. Number two, ask questions to learn more about the other person. Again, whether this is your a good girlfriend, whether this is your children, whether this is a man that you're dating, or even if you're married. Constantly ask them questions within the conversation on what they're speaking about to kind of keep them talking about themselves, so you can collect more information and you can kind of make sure that you're getting to know them while keeping your mystery and your interest to yourself, right? So ask questions. So it's, yep, I've been working. So say if you're on a date, I've been working, at my job for 5 years. Oh, how did you get into that? What department do you work at? Oh, do you like it? How are your coworkers? Just kind of build off of what that person is saying. I even use this in a conversation with my mom. This makes it to seem like that you are a great conversationalist. People want to talk to you because you seem interested in what they're going through, what's going on in their life. And also, it doubles as you keeping your interest and your mystery and your allure and your personal business to yourself. It prevents you from oversharing, all right? Tip number 3 is to develop emotional intelligence. Sis, gone are the days where we are just going to let our emotions control us and just allow anybody who comes along, whether you're in a grocery store, whether you're on a date, whether one of your girlfriends just call you on the phone and you just feel like you have to emotionally release on everybody. Right? I can't tell you how many times I'm in the store and I'm picking up something, or I'm in the line waiting in the grocery line, and a woman in front of me or behind me just feels the need to let me know her whole life story, and the only thing I asked her was, hi, how you doing today? Right? And she's telling me about her kids and how they get on her nerves and how she lost her job and how, she got to get surgery on her foot and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, ma'am, I didn't even want to know all of that. All I asked you was, hi, how are you doing? So when you on a date with a guy, or when you are in bed with your husband at night, or when you are on the phone with your bestie, don't nobody, let me make this clear. Unless they are a therapist and you are paying them to release your emotional baggage on them, nobody likes it, sis. I don't care who you talking to. Nobody likes it, right? So you have to learn how to be emotionally intelligent, gauge the situation, absolutely be vulnerable when the time comes, but do not emotionally unload and vent and word vomit every moment that you get, every chance that you get. Get a therapist if you need to talk things out. A date is not the time for you to be talking about your baby daddy and what he did and how you can't stand him, or your last marriage, or what happened with your best friend and how she betrayed you. Sis, not the time and place. They should not know your life story at your local grocery store. Not the time and place, right? So you need to find somebody, whether it's a therapist, a counselor, somebody like that, where you can emotionally unload to. So whenever you get around people who don't know you or who asks you, hey, how you doing, and engage in conversation, you're not emotionally unloading on them because you don't know where that other person is and where they are in life. That might be too much for them, right? Tip number 4 is to create a list of what you will and will not share. Again, feminine strategy. Being a powerful woman, being a strategic woman, that is the name of the game in 2020. And so I think before I even leave the house on scenarios, I have scenarios put in place on what I will say on camera, what I won't share on camera, what I will share about my husband, what I won't share about my husband. When I go to my in-laws' house, what I will and won't share. When I go to my parents' house, what I will and won't share. When I'm talking to my bestie, what I will and won't share. Even when I'm talking to my husband, what I will and won't share. Again, I'm the type that you should not emotionally unload on people. That is being very considerate, and it also keeps your mystery. But more than that, it keeps interest among your relationships. And so for me, I have a list on what I keep behind the scenes and what is public knowledge and what I don't mind people sharing. So anything that I share about my husband on my videos, he and I have already talked about, and I've already planned to talk about that. There's never a video that you will hear that I will just go off, even if I seem passionate, even if I seem to be in my bag or on my soapbox or in my rant. You will never hear me slipping up saying something that I did not want to say. Period, right? Because I have already predetermined and strategized what is available for me to say and what I keep private about my children, about my husband, about my family, about my friends, about everything. And so when I get around one girlfriend, I don't slip up and tell her the business of another, because I already know what I will or won't say to certain people. All right. And I absolutely suggest that you do the same. And tip number 5, to keep interest in your relationships and then those in your life, especially men, because we're trying to be attractive to men, right? Let's be clear. Reinvent yourself every 6 to 12 months. Not only is this fun for those around you, like your children, your husband, the guy you're dating, your friends and family, but this would be fun to you. One thing I've just recorded, I'm going to record a YouTube, thrift haul for my YouTube channel. And I'm going to talk about how I'm able to switch my wardrobe up because I pay so little for my clothes and stuff like that. Even though they're high quality, even though they're very cute and fun and timeless, I'm able to switch out my wardrobe and my outfits because it adds to my mystery. My husband, when we were dating, he doesn't know what outfit I'm going to wear. He don't know what dress I'm going to wear on date night. Even now, as a married woman, I have a budget that I set aside for thrifting and buying clothes. He gets excited to see how I'm going to put things together, how I'm going to look, what I'm going to wear. He don't know from day to day when he gets home because he leaves before I get up and get dressed. He don't know what I'm going to be wearing, and he likes to see me in beautiful clothes. He likes to see me all dialed up. And so it just keeps my mystery and my interest. It keeps his interest there, right? And so for me, I like to reinvent myself every 6 to 12 months. That means new hairstyles. That means new makeup applications and makeup, like little tips and tricks. That means new perfume, what I'm wearing. That means new home decor, new clothes, new shoes, new different things like that. I'm just always switching things up. And not only does it keep my family, my sister, because my sister's always noticing too, like, oh, where'd you get that outfit? Let me guess, you got it from the thrift store. You know, like, I can't believe you look as cute as you do and you have so much style. You shop at the thrift store, you know, because for her, she shops online. She shops at stores, online, you know, like where they paying $40, $50 for a skirt. And I'm like, sis, I'm not paying more than $5 for a skirt. And we both look as equally as cute. You know what I'm saying? Like, we both got our style and swag together, and I pay a fraction of what she pays at stores, right? So, you know, it just always keeps people's interest. My mom always likes to see the new outfits I'm gonna wear. My mother-in-law, she loves to see, whenever I go to church on Sundays, she loves to see what's she gonna pair today, what she gonna wear, what handbag she wearing, what outfit she wearing, what shoes she wearing today. And so it keeps people's interest, and it keeps that feminine mystery going, and keeps people like kind of tuned in and tied into you, making you seem so intriguing and just, you know, attractive and alluring. That is the space that you want to get to. And I share in my thrift haul video how you don't have to break the bank to do that. This all together, let me pan over. This all together probably costs at the most $50 for all of this. And these are some dresses, some shorts, some shirts, some skirts, like rompers for the summer. I don't break the bank when it comes to stuff that wears away easily. I would rather spend more money and put it in savings. I'd rather spend money on an investment handbag or something like that. And again, I'm still not paying full price. And I would also rather, you know, pay my kids tuition. I would rather, like, you know, put money aside for their tuition later. I would rather for us to start building wealth versus putting all my money in my closet, right? And so some other things to keep your feminine mystery and keep you interesting: learn a new language, right? Constantly switch up your hobbies. Constantly switch up what you're into and what you're watching on Netflix. These even go for married women who are watching. Don't be too predictable. Every time you come home, sometimes your hair might be done a certain way. Sometimes you might be dressed up. Sometimes you might be dressed down with the no makeup. Sometimes you might be watching Hallmark, and then you might be watching a scary movie. Like, just be unpredictable. Every 6 to 12 months, change up your home decor, right? When it's fall, put fall items out. When it's winter, put winter and Christmas items out. When it's spring and summer, put different decor out, right? And again, you can go to thrift stores. You can go to Marshall's, TJ Maxx, although I hear those are closing. You can go to different places, discount stores, where you don't have to spend a lot of money for this stuff, but you could just switch it up. Keep it interesting. everything. So when your husband comes home, or even when your children comes home, they're like, dang, they feel like they're walking in a new space. They're walking in a new house. You know, they're meeting a new person, right? So those are the tips that I have for you today. Definitely hit that description box. As you know, I'm a financial success coach, and get your ultimate financial planner. And also enroll into the Financial Reset Online Academy. Again, it's a one-time payment of $197. You will not regret it. You can go to yourprettypennies.com or click the link below to see what all it includes. It covers budgeting, savings, debt repayment, you know, credit repair, all the above, right? And more. And so setting goals, accomplishing goals, creating a lifestyle you desire, manifestation, I jam-packed that online course just for you, the Financial Reset Online Academy. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below what are your takeaways and what you do to remain mysterious and interesting and keep the boys coming to the yard, right? Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye.